and you are asked to disengage. Thank you. 豪華な観覧に備え、自制していただく指示が出されるまでは席を立たないでください。ご協力ありがとうございます。Por favor, permanezca sentado hasta que el doctor se detenga en la mesa y se le pida que lo acompañe. Por standby, please remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop at the dock, and you are asked to disembark. Thank you.
I should probably walk away from the It's a Small World music before the video gets taken offline, because that usually happens with Small World, doesn't it? I don't think I'm in the stabilizer, right? I think it's crooked. There we go. That looks better. Remember the last time I tried to stream from Disneyland and it just died? It was great. Yeah, Toontown's gone. The clock is, the population sign is still spinning, still turning. One goofy reimagining. That's one way to put it. Goodbye gas station. Even there it's labeled as a market. I mean, their food and beverage probably needed some work. It's a shame the bandstand isn't there either. At least they're keeping City Hall. A nice grassy place to park your stroller. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome to everything that's on there. You'll get everything in that art will happen. It's pretty final. But hello, welcome to Disneyland on this busy Sunday. Less busy than yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Might have been, other than New Year's Eve, the worst I've ever seen this park. No, we're not going to do the fake. The last time I did the fake history walk, people got mad. There were a lot of nasty comments about it, so we don't do those anymore. What part of New Toontown intrigues you the most? Probably the rethemes. So probably, just because we don't know anything yet, probably Donald's boat, Goofy's house, and Gadget's Go Coaster. I'm curious what they're gonna do to fit those in. The rest, I don't like Runaway Railway. It's no secret. It definitely fits better here. It's probably, not replacing anything. It's fine. Although it is changing, like, the theme of Toontowns. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Steven, hey Tom. Does it say Disney? What does it say about Disney when you could say gay but not Bruno? Well, we see this on a shirt. Probably not here because it's, it's LA. The two Disney resorts in the U.S. are in two very different places. I don't need to tell you that. It has been fun the last 2 or 3 weeks. A bunch of people in YouTube comments telling me what my political preferences are. Because the news doesn't, the news isn't what they want to hear. It's great. And that's both, and I'll tell you, it's really both sides. I'm not picking on one side. Everyone gets so caught up in their opinions and wanting to win an argument that they forget, like, it's a theme park news site. Like, this probably isn't a place to get into a political argument. It probably doesn't really mean anything in this case. We're just trying to give you the story as it relates to the company we cover. Arguing in the comments of a theme park news video is probably one of the dumber places you can argue about those kinds of things. We did what we had to do. We reported the stories we had to report. People took offense to what they're going to take offense to. You know, we move on. Nemo's been closed since COVID started. And originally the wall said winter 2022, and now there's nothing on the wall. So now we don't know. Steven asked if Nemo before Tron. I think definitely Nemo before Tron. My bet for Nemo is Memorial Day. I think Memorial Day weekend is this big sort of Disney parks are back in full swing moment. That's what I think a lot of tomorrow's presentations and stuff are about. There's an investor thing specifically about Disney parks tomorrow. And I believe specifically it is this focus on Memorial Day weekend is like the big return. So Guardians will open, Fantasmic returns here. The rumor is Fantasmic returns in Florida that weekend too, if they're up for it. We'll see if they are going to make it or not. And I bet Nemo factors into that. Steve Mermelston, Tom, we miss your live stream commentary so much. Hope we can find time to do more. Yeah, we just do a lot of, we do a lot of studio stuff now, so it is hard to find that time, considering, we have News Today with WDW News Today is on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Disneyland News Today is on Thursday. UPNT obviously that's a different channel, but, we do that show too. News Today with Universal Parks News Today, which is on the Universal Parks News Today YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to. There's a lot of fun stuff over there. A gaming pirate. Will you be at Disneyland April 8th or 9th? Kind of. Not this Disneyland, though. I'll be at a different Disneyland somewhere else. Fun fact, Alien Pizza Planet, we announced that. That was a WDWNT announcement. We blew that announcement for Disneyland. Then they had to come out and say it was coming. Although I think we just said Pizza Planet. I don't think we knew the alien part of the name, which was weird. Which I still think is a weird decision that was made. Yeah, I'll be at Disneyland Paris because the anniversary is April 12th, so we're leaving Right after news tonight on the 7th, the next morning, heading out to Paris. Be there for the actual 30th anniversary. And for those of you that were asking about live streams, yeah, we're going to do some from there. So if you do miss them, we will do a bunch of them there. Well, what did they call it anyway? It was what the full name was Red Rockets Pizza Port, which I believe in the history of Disney parks, it's the only attraction that was ever turned into a restaurant. So those who don't know, it was rocket to the moon, flight to the moon, mission to Mars, and then it closed for many years. The building was just closed while they decided what New Tomorrowland in this park was going to be. And then finally in spring of '98, when they opened New Tomorrowland, it became Red Rockets Pizza Port, which is pretty wild because you go in the seating area and you could actually see the shape of the two circular theaters in there from Mission to Mars. If you go in there now, it's kind of hard to get in there now without a mobile order or something. You go in there now, you look up at the ceiling, you could still see it, but there used to actually be sunken in seating areas that it was more clearly the theaters. You could see it. Yeah, I mean, New Tomorrowland here had a number of issues, right? It wasn't just rocket rods. It was a lot of things. It was removing attractions in place of, dining and shopping. Remember when this was announced? I don't know when they're actually going to pick this back up. Yeah, these things they said they were going to build and still haven't. Guests will soon be entering Tomorrowland on a widened pathway. In this concept rendering, guests will be entering Tomorrowland lined with elliptical planters that are filled with swirls of colorful flowers and sculptural spires. In addition to being an alluring and more accessible entryway, keen-eyed guests might spot that this new threshold into the future pays homage to yesterday's Tomorrowland. Yeah, 60s, a little bit of 60s Tomorrowland. I have to say, even in concept, it doesn't look good, right? Because everything's clashing. Like, I like 60s Tomorrowland aesthetic, the white. But then you have the silver panels behind it, but then also the bronze Astro Orbiter, right? Everything's just clashing. It's some parts it's 60s, some parts it's 90s, some parts it's something else. Nothing about this Tomorrowland works. Hi. We were spotted by a family. They said hello. Kyle Frisch, your last round of Paris streams are some of my favorites you've ever done. Can't wait for more. Yeah, I like streaming from Paris. I think it says a lot that in Paris I have more reliable cell coverage than I do in Anaheim. Thank you for the super chats, everyone. Stephanie, thank you for yours as well. It's a nice day. It was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be a little cooler than it is. I think it was supposed to stay below 70, and I think the cloud cover didn't materialize. And so we're in the low 70s, I think. Oh, the weather. Yeah, that stream. I mean, that's probably top 5 most memorable streams you've ever done, right? The Paris rainstorm. I mean, that standing in the Pirates queue in the monsoon. That was, I mean, I live in Orlando, and even in Orlando, you don't really see rain like that.
Excuse us, friends.
Lena, Avalor heading out. Hope everyone's heading out. Aurora.
I just wanted you to see them.
Oh, it's Slinky where it only rained while we were on the ride, yeah. Yeah, I know the weather's supposed to be not great tomorrow. I'm aware. I brought an umbrella. I'm ready. Berg is not waking up Figaro. Stephanie, I'm a Florida local with bucket list of traveling to Disneyland in California. Tips on when I should go. It's a great question. Probably in past years, again, this year's weird. Like no sort of like crowd projections seem to be working this year. Both resorts just seem packed all the time. I can tell you in years past, the best times to come here, those right after spring break in LA is over, which is like late April, like third week in April, has been a ghost town. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but I know it's kind of soon too. But otherwise, I would say come out like the first weekday after one of the seasonal events starts, so whether it's Halloween or Christmas, just because Halloween and Christmas here are both fantastic. Christmas here in particular is unrivaled. No one does Christmas like Disneyland. We used to somewhat compete in Florida, but now they blow us away here. So I Christmas in particular, I mean, Small World Holiday is one of my favorites. You still get Haunted Mansion holiday for that. Christmas parade's great. Christmas fireworks are fun. But don't come the day anything starts in California. Never do that. Never come the first day of an event, or the first weekend for that matter. Give it a couple days. Let people come and get their fill. Yeah, Treehouse is still closed. It seems like a pretty major structural rehab. It looks, even from here, you can see the top. It's pretty barren. I think they're really going down to the supports on that. Have I told the story of Penny the elephant? We could do the Penny the elephant story. This big glass elephant up here. I don't know that I can really stand here for it, but you get the idea. You see Penny. So Penny the elephant began her life in Disneyland Paris, Euro Disney, when they opened. To the best of my recollection, I think it was in, don't quote me on this, I'm pretty sure it was in the candy shop, because the candy store is themed to Coney Island, because it's Main Street USA there. While the facades, exteriors are sort of that celebration of Marceline, Missouri, in total, it does sort of travel through a number of American locales, especially that side of the street, because it's the Liberty, or oh no, that's the other side. Liberty's the left side. The right side is the arcade that celebrates the World's Fairs But anyway, the candy shop specifically celebrates Coney Island, and so they had the big glass elephant. And apparently people filled Discovery Arcade, thank you, because it leads to Discoveryland. Apparently people filled the elephant with pennies, which is why they named the elephant Penny. So I guess they remodeled the store. They got tired of it. I forget what the exact reason for the removal was, but it ended up coming here. So I guess it was sent back. It probably sent back to WDI, and they're like, we don't know what to do with it. And eventually, I think they were redoing the ice cream shop here on Main Street. They were redoing Gibson Girl, and the idea became to put it in the center there. So she was in the center of Gibson Girl for years, and then they embarked on that big remodel where they moved the bakery. They changed up Gibson Girl. They expanded Carnation inside. When they did all of that, they didn't know what to do with Penny, so they put Penny up in that crate at the Jungle Cruise, which is where Penny now lives.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's another kid too.
No, I don't forget which park I'm in. They're all pretty different. None of the castle parks are that similar. I mean, they all have moments where they reflect each other just because some things were copied, but for the most part, they're all very different. They all have their own vibe. They all have their own look. They all have very different locales. You know, this one's kind of in a desert. Paris is in the woods. We're in a swamp. Hong Kong's a tropical island. Japan's built on reclaimed land in the harbor. Oh boy. This is yikes, that was quite a traffic jam. You think Hong Kong's more humid than Tokyo? Tokyo was pretty damn humid in July. I'll go back to the Asian parks probably when they allow it. Probably the day. I think that's the joke that's going on right now, is that internally in the company we keep like planning things out for the next couple months. But I think it always comes back to the caveat everyone always has is, well, unless Japan reopens. And if Japan reopens, everyone knows I'm going to be gone for 2 to 4 weeks. So April 6th to the 10th. You'll have fun. Be prepared for it to be crowded. I mean, it's bad right now, but everyone keeps saying to me here is, oh, spring break here doesn't actually happen on the first week of April. I was like, really? Then what has this been? He's like, well, everyone else is spring break. So, I don't know. It could be a little rough. You'll have a good time regardless, but just be prepared. Be prepared for the crowds. I don't think they're ready to announce anything for the Splash Mountain re-theme still. I don't think they're there yet. These things take a while to develop, you know? If I was them, I probably wouldn't have lied to people that I had it in development for, some time already when I didn't. Because I think now people... The thing about lying to the public is eventually they find out, right? Like, that's what I've never understood about Disney's PR decisions, is a company this big, the truth, one way or another, always comes through. And so this is wild. Wow. I just got full-on hip checked. The other reason you know you're not in Orlando is because on the East Coast, generally people are better about sticking to a side of the path. And as you get more west in not even just the United States, but in the world, people are not as good at staying on one side of the walkway when they're walking, at least. Obviously in Asia, people are really good about pulling off to the side if they're not moving. Very thoughtful in that sense. But as far as like the ability to not walk straight into other people, I feel like other than Orlando and Paris, the rest, all the other Disney resorts in the world, I just feel like you walk straight into people. They are, but at the same time, like, these people are not sticking to a side. They're like all in mass just trying to go to the other side of the path, you know? Yeah, that's the other thing is they're bigger groups, right? Disneyland groups are always like full families. I'm gonna see, it's a little crowded in here. I'm trying to figure out a good spot to talk about Country Bear stuff, because of course Country Bears are the best. I think we can do it. We're gonna go over here. I think we can do it. Yeah, if you look through the window here, there's a picture of Winnie the Pooh swinging from the balloon, and then Teddy Barra swinging from, you know, her swing. There's also Pooh and Gomer in the window. I'm gonna wait till people move. Let me see.
Probably the most difficult place to
Let's go over here.
walk into, you know.
There you go.
For the first time, I was like,
Winnie the Pooh and Gomer. Yeah, so when this area opened in 1972, some of the space originally before 72 was the Indian Village. But when they opened in 72, they opened Country Bears. They opened it as Bear Country.
You want to have?
And then when they added Splash in 89, they renamed it to Critter Country because it wasn't just for bears anymore.
These are really cute. Maybe Sarah would like
People are freaking about those Winnie the Pooh ears. I mean, they're cute. It's funny. You could always tell if how good a product is based on how long after it came out people are still freaking out about it. And I mean, these are great. How cute. There's another Country Bear reference back here. Sammy's Recyclinating Corner. Help Creek Critter Country clean and green. Sammy, of course, the raccoon that lived in Henry's hat in the Country Bear Jamboree. But you can still see in Florida and still see Tokyo Disneyland. Tigger. They do have the prepackaged popcorn, the same ones. And we tried them on News Tonight the other night. I don't know if you watched. But we tried the 3 new flavors, the Fruity Mix, the Churro, and the Cookies and Cream. You go check out News Tonight if you want to know what we thought. But one of them, the one I thought I was going to like the least, ended up being my favorite. could always use a churro at Disneyland. There's actually no line. As crowded as the park is, there is no line for a churro right here. I've had too much garbage already today. So the worst thing Disneyland could do to me, which they do, is, I mean, they have somewhat limited breakfast options, but one place that opens almost with the park is Bengal Barbecue. And for my money, Bengal Barbecue is one of the best counter service restaurants at any theme park in the world. And you don't, like, the other thing about Bengal Barbecue is you don't feel like garbage after it. Like, it's meat and vegetables on sticks. It's all very good. And so I always end up just getting that for breakfast because it's one of my favorite meals and it's available for some reason at 9 a.m., you know. I do get the tiger tail with it because I get the spicy, is the banyan beef the spicy one? And the sauce with that goes really good with the bread. So I do get a tiger tail. I'll get like 2 or 3 skewers and a tiger tail. This is where the Canadian geese hang out back here. Yeah, the thing is, even if there was a weekday-only Magic Key now, it wouldn't save you from anything. I'll tell you, like, the weekdays are just as bad. Disney World, the same thing. Like, this, people are ready to be back outside, and so the places are packed. Disney World and Disneyland, they're just always packed every day so far this year. There hasn't been a quiet moment yet. And we keep wondering when when is the floor going to fall out of all this? And I think the answer is they have another year or so. You know, they've gotten away with a lot of price increases and all these other policy changes, but I think people eventually will get tired. I think eventually people have less expendable income. This will catch up with them. And I think eventually, numbers will slow and you'll see the return of a lot of things Disney thought they'd never have to bring back as far as discounts and affinity things, whether affinity discounts or affinity benefits, or even different affinity programs. Yeah, especially you got to remember, like, I know in Florida, we got to go back out relatively quickly, right? We were back out in May. For a lot of other people, either it took a lot longer for their area to do it, or more likely, more importantly, to the point where they felt comfortable going outside. And for some people, it was, I'm not going back out in the world if I have to wear a mask. I don't want to go to these places and have to wear a mask. It's I get it. It's not a comfortable thing. No one's ever wanted to wear one. Except maybe if you woke up late and didn't want to do makeup, or hear little stories like that from people where some days they're like, oh, I'm glad I have the mask today. But in general, no one wants to wear that, What's Rise at right now? 7? Is that it? Is that the wait time? I just want to see the wait time. It's right behind the umbrella. I can't see it. Standby recruit. 75. 75. It's not bad. It's not bad. And usually people here say it's shorter than what it says typically. They're not good at gauging the queue here. Oh wow, I guess that resistance flag was new because good thing I took photos of it. Because now they're gone and they even took the display one down. I bought the new first order flag though. I looked at the resistance one, I didn't care for it. I like good guys. Good guys are boring. What did Mike say? I missed it. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Has anyone ever seen them give out the flick card at Rise? Did they do that here? Because the newer stuff, I think Disneyland has known for a good while that they were probably going to do Magic Bands at some point. But in Florida, we stopped using flick cards because the Magic Bands calculate the wait time, right? So the Magic Bands, there's some points in the queue where, the Magic Band essentially gets read and they know, like, by the time you get to load, they know how long you were in the building. Looks like Disneyland Paris produced a better 30th than Walt Disney World 50th. I mean, that's a low bar. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Paris didn't get a lot either. Excuse me. So for Paris, it's like above their pay grade, right? Paris has been in financial hardship for a very long time. So this anniversary is definitely above for them, right? Like, a lot was done. And they will have a whole new land, not necessarily something that was supposed to be part of the celebration, but now will be when they get Avengers Campus later in the summer. So I don't know. I mean, the drone thing's a big hit. I know I've seen people that are super excited about the food because obviously the food has always been a challenge for people there. So I know, like, people are ranting and raving that they have Mickey bars and they have turkey legs and they have Dole Whip and, they're starting to get it together there. So, I mean, it's obviously the 50th for Disney World will always go down as sort of this, they missed the mark kind of low point. And for Paris, because they are on this upswing, and I think this is the first, well, maybe the opening of Hotel New York you'd mark as the beginning of the transformation, but this is really the beginning of the upswing for them after a lot of years of kind of nothing, right? I mean, I like the difference in excitement between the Paris locals and the Anaheim locals for Web Slingers tells you everything you need to know, right? Like, Web Slingers was not a good addition here. It doesn't do anything for them here. They already have Toy Story Mania. They already have a screen-based shooter ride. It doesn't do anything for DCA. They lost a couple of attractions, even though I know they're carnival-esque rides. But they still lost capacity in the end. But for Paris, like, that park is rough, and Web Slingers is fun. It's a fun game. Is it a good attraction? No, but it's a really fun game, and it's honestly a thing that's... they need more to do in that park. It's a great addition. I think Rock and Roller Coaster's always been a fun ride. And you slap characters that people care about on that ride, I think that can only be an improvement too. And then I think food and beverage-wise, they stand in a place to be better than here in Avengers Campus because, Pim is taking over the buffet restaurant. And the rumor is that Shawarma Palace is going to take over the old diner, which was, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, Café de Cascadeurs, the Stuntman Cafe. Bugs Land had a lot of good capacity, and it was good for small kids, which a lot of DCA kind of isn't. So yeah, the Paris 30th is going to go down as a better thing than Disney World's 50th for sure, because it wasn't a disappointment, right? I think I think for people out there, it was more than they could have hoped for after the last few years. Personally, I'm a little disappointed too, because I think there were two things, and I felt they were the only two things Paris needed to do for the 30th to make the 30th successful. And the two things I thought were, you bring back Disney Dreams, the nighttime show, and you take the Hyperspace Mountain overlay off of Space Mountain for at least just the anniversary and go back to the old music and the old theme. I thought those were two fairly cheap and easy things to do that would have meant the world to people. And so, would you put the Brown Derby burger in your top 5? Yeah, absolutely. Certainly better than the overrated thing from Steakhouse 71 that people keep trying to tell you is a thing you have to get. I know I've told this on a live stream before, but for the benefit of those who don't know about the wagon, I'm gonna go through the drill. Okay, so first of all, Wilderness Expeditions and Delivery Service, if you look at the first 3 letters. WED. Oh, that's right, the burger is gone, yeah. Yeah, I like the Walt's hash with the steak, though, is really good. I like that a lot. And then the other fun thing, I'll tell this story again. Shipped to Jason Chandler. Jason Chandler, in Disney backstories, is the founder of Discovery Bay. Discovery Bay was the land that originally in the 1980s Tony Baxter was planning on, or was designing for Disneyland to go back here, along with the Dumbo Circus area. That famously didn't happen. And when that didn't happen, Tony didn't really want to give up on all those ideas. So Tony, I think more so than any Imagineer in history, fought for a way to just get anything he designed in the 80s eventually built. So one of the things was a Professor Marvel attraction. It was this guy who had dragons. And so eventually that character kept morphing for various pavilions at Epcot. Tony tried, I think, to have a sea fisherman thing at the Living Seas. There was the Land Keeper, and then eventually the Dream Finder and Figment. So finally, Professor Marvel came into being there. And then, of course, the other parts of Discovery Bay was the Hyperion blimp from Island at the Top of the World, which eventually ends up in Discoveryland at Disneyland Paris. The Nautilus, which also eventually ends up in Discoveryland at Disneyland Paris. So a bunch of things either ended up at Epcot or they ended up in Discoveryland. So anyway, in story, Jason Chandler is this guy who worked at Big Thunder Mountain. He worked for the mining company, made a bunch of money, and decided with that money, instead of continuing to work for this kind of evil mining operation, he would take the money and found a place where all these creative inventor people could, come together, and that was Discovery Bay. So the story is, Big Thunder out west, and then Jason Chandler got in his wagon and attempted to go, north to, I guess Discovery Bay is supposed to be San Francisco-ish. And he never made it, so that's why the wagon is there. Abandoned, he never made it, because obviously Discovery Bay never opened. So, there you have it. Hey, Mr. Toad.
Nice city, been there.
You enjoyed the Star Cruiser videos, thank you, appreciate it. It's a lot of work. There was 5 days of a lot of work. I think we still have more content coming out too. I think we're still not done. There's so much more to cover there, and we are going back in May. No, the evil boss he worked for in obviously not in the original story, but in the more recent version of the story is Barnabas T. Bullion, which looks like Tony Baxter. Barnabas T. Bullion is specifically referenced in the Disneyland and Disney World Big Thunders. I forget how small this park is, and I was just kind of wandering, and we at some point went around the whole park. We'll go this way this time. Some reminders while we're here. Please hit the like button. It helps people find the stream both now and later. So the like button does make a huge difference. It means so much to us. So please hit the like button if you can. If you haven't, please subscribe. It's a great way to get all of our content and know when it actually goes up. Whether you like the news shows or News Tonight or the history stuff, or whatever content from us, it's the best way to get all of it. And we have lots of Disneyland content too. Once a week, we have Disneyland News Today, which gives you a week's worth of news from here in Anaheim. And we will have some Disneyland-related history stuff down the road. Of course, we are going to do a whole timekeeping series on Disneyland Paris in honor of the 30th anniversary. That's coming up in April. And some other things. If you're really enjoying what we're doing, you want to make a donation, a super chat, you can do that right here on YouTube. And as well, you could join the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. Tinkerbell meeting again in Pixie Hollow, almost like a real meet and greet, almost. Supposedly, in the next couple weeks, we're gonna get real non-distanced meet and greets back. The Plaza restaurant, known for the fried chicken meal that Walt was a big fan of. But personally, we like to go there for the cake. It changes seasonally, but the cake slices are always tremendous. Tremendous. And I know that chicken dinner is so big, it's hard to have room for cake, but across the street is Jolly Holiday Bakery Cafe. The first time I came to Disneyland, that was an annual pass processing center. So that was actually the first building in Disneyland I went in, was that building to get my picture taken and put on my annual pass. I used to print them on the back of them back then, around 2009. It's pretty busy. LA depends. I mean, this is a pretty easy trip. But it really depends on the year and what's going on. So, like, I'm here this weekend because I had a wedding to go to on Friday out this way. And so it became like, well, am I just going to sit at home in Orlando all weekend, or I could just come to the parks out here for 2-3 days? And then we were out. We had a friend's birthday. They came out to Anaheim a couple weeks ago, and so we're here for that. And so it depends. The few trips that are locked in that I usually take every year to Disneyland are definitely first week in March for the start of Food and Wine, first week in September for Halloween, first week in November for Christmas. Those three always for sure. But again, it depends what's going on. I don't know, usually events, ride openings, those sorts of things are what dictate when we go places. But then I do know people out here, so sometimes there are those little, personal events and functions that end up being the reason to come here. I do have a magic key. I'm gonna keep looking for these Wanda ears until I find them. Disneyland really likes to put stuff out midday. Still no. For our viewers that only go to Disney World, this is a train station. This is where you can board a train, and it'll take you around the park. I know it's a really weird concept. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's pretty cool. I wish we had one. Also for the Disney World audience, this is called live entertainment.
Let's go do a ride. Let's go. Come on, go.
Live entertainment, can you believe it? Even the Turning Ready are sold out now. Those were around all day yesterday. They were around this morning too, actually. Stuff moves here, man. If it's lifestyler type stuff, ears, jerseys, that kind of stuff, they can't keep that stuff in stock here. The reseller problem seems to be about as prevalent here as it is in Florida. Although I know they've, on occasion, trespassed some people out here more often than they have in Florida. And tease the Florida people some more with wishables they can't buy. There you go.
They did. No, it was flat like
Yeah, Ratatouille and Muppet Vision. Neither attraction is here, by the way. But you can get the wishable. Yeah, Gonzo and Fozzie are the two I need. I got everyone else. I got 3 Sam Eagles, but 2 of them were the variants, so I was happy. It was like, that's the only thing. I didn't want to have to keep squeezing for Eagles. So it's like, I'd rather have multiple variant Sam Eagles than have none. What is it? Oh, all right. That really showed off my point from earlier. I think it's more. I think tomorrow you get the Magic Band Plus announcement. I think tomorrow you find out a date. Oh, this is people just like squatting in the street.
Or maybe they're just sitting down and relaxing.
Oh, because we need a picture of her eating ice cream against the window. The street isn't busy enough that we're going to try to take this photograph. Okay. All right. Maybe when you're almost getting stepped on, it's not the time to take a floor ice cream photo. I don't know. There's just so much foot traffic right now. I couldn't imagine even attempting that. Oh, man. I could go for some churro toffee, but I really don't need it. Churro toffee is so good. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it in the case, my churro toffee. There it is. I don't think they're doing the eggs this year. I think, again, they're not doing the Easter eggs, which makes me sad. The fudge eggs. Which I know everyone goes on about the candy canes, but the eggs are where it's at. Okay, we'll move on. You have to stop for live entertainment, no matter what the title of the stream is. That's kind of the rule. Someone give that kid a chicken nugget, someone said. This is Disneyland. The food's good. You don't have to give them chicken nuggets. You can give them a Matterhorn macaroon. These kids have taste. They have taste here. Yeah, the real challenge is just finding spots to stop and do a little history. Again, I don't want to really block the paths. We'll try again. We'll do another little loop. See where we can stop and talk about things. The tiki room.
Tampoco le pueden regalar impuesto a una persona que no es. Porque aparte.
Who doesn't love a Matterhorn macaroon? Today's more regular Disneyland crowd. This is like kind of what I'm used to. Yesterday was profoundly worse. Like we couldn't even we just walked through Emporium. Yesterday at like 3 or 4 p.m. I couldn't walk through the Emporium, which That's not after a parade. That wasn't after anything that would have sent everyone into the stores, which I think was just the true indicator of how crowded it was yesterday. That just, like, in the middle of the day, you couldn't go into stores. That's a Jungle Cruise stuff. Are they still Lion King tails? I haven't seen the Simba tails in a while. It's pretty crowded in here. A lot of people in here. Oh, I could smell Bengal barbecue. Am I gonna have Bengal barbecue twice today? Maybe. I need thoughts for food. I need dinner thoughts. Tomorrow I've got a Carthay I'm gonna go to for sure. Because they're hard to get, and I haven't been inside Carthay in ages. So it's definitely my dinner tomorrow. But I don't know what to do for dinner today.
Never gone on Indiana Jones before.
Yeah, I don't know if I should have Bengal twice in one day. I should probably have something else. I could go do some... I still have some festival tabs I have to use at DCA. Although I think that's going to be lunch tomorrow. Oh, I got to think about it. I've done that chicken Caesar like the last 3 trips. That chicken Caesar salad. I can't do it again. I don't... It was better when it wasn't in the plastic package. I'm not a fan of it in the plastic package. I kind of want it on a plate again. Riverbell's not trash. Riverbell's okay, right? It's not. It's certainly not bad. It's not amazing. It's just, it's good. It's good enough, right? Bring old Bill them nice keys. This is a cute photo op. You can pose with the keys in your mouth if you'd like. Happy 55th anniversary, Pirates. You're closed for it, but happy 55th anniversary. These construction signs are fire, though, as the kids would say. As the kids would say, I would kill for one of these. These are so good. So good. Hungry Bear does have a pretty good burger, and the onion rings are outrageous, but I don't know. I'm not feeling that either. During this tour today, I'll be there in July for my first visit since the shutdown. How long will you be there this visit? Just a 3-day. So Friday I had the wedding, and then I drove back to Anaheim, and so Saturday, Sunday, Monday for Disneyland. Red is out. There's Red. Red is greeting everyone. Steve, really need to save. No idea. Thanks again. Well, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I don't know. This was like a sort of unnecessary trip for me. And this, just like Disney World, I feel like I come here a lot. So I don't even know what to do. I just do a couple rides. I kind of walk around. I eat. Just kind of take it easy here. If only I'm using my phone right now. I can't activate Red. Fortune Red, that is. If I could get to my Play app, I would turn it on. I can't. I need a second phone for these things. Like, I can't even park hop. I can't even park hop on the stream because I need my phone to show the ticket because they won't even give us real tickets. I've done Cafe Orleans a lot too. I think I'm gonna do counter service for dinner. But again, I don't know what. I don't want Docking Bay 7. Red Herring was the kid on Scooby-Doo that they always blamed for being the ghost. Golden Horseshoe. Oh, we just did Horseshoe. That reminds me, I never uploaded that video. We ate at Horseshoe in February, January, the first of the Disney After Hours Sweethearts Night events because we wanted to film they had like a golden horseshoe revival thing. I never uploaded it to YouTube. I got to do that. I completely forgot about it. So we just ate there recently too, and honestly, we got kind of sick from there. So I don't think I'm going back there anytime too soon. I could pull over to the side here. The nice thing with Pirates closed, it does kind of make this area is a little slower than it has been in quite some time. Speaking of the Horseshoe, before Disneyland even opened to the public, Walt and Lillian had their anniversary celebration in the park. Just a little bit ahead of the grand opening, and they rode on the Mark Twain, and they had their party at the Golden Horseshoe. Craftsman Grill. Yeah, I don't think I get a reservation today. I think I have one there tomorrow as well, which I made the decision that I'd rather eat at Carthay than Craftsman. This weekend was hard to get reservations. The only thing I had a Ralph Brennan's for last night, but I decided it was too late. So I got rid of it. I ended up doing dinner. What did I have? Oh, Carnation was on walk-up lists yesterday. I did Carnation Cafe instead. That was a good decision. I had Walt's chili, always good. I had the salmon. Fantasmic is coming back, Memorial Day weekend, soon. Just around the corner. Of course, April 22nd, the return. April 22nd is the return of Electrical Parade and the fireworks. I honestly would have gone to Rainforest Cafe. I actually would have today, probably. I'd be in the mood for it. There's more of these Pirate 55th billboards you can take photos with, but this path is kind of tight, so I don't know. Anytime I've seen people try to take them. This is cute. You can you could teeter there with the treasure as well. And then the one over there allows you to be one of the musicians, but there's no instrument for you to play there, though. They're cute, though. They're cute photo ops. Okay, Jack, thank you for your super chat of $20 on Thursday. Very sweet. He wrote that to BC Fan. You guys are thanking each other for super chats. That's the sweetest thing I've ever seen. Earl's sandwich is completely leveled. Just dirt now. Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to eat. Maybe I want Flo's. A corn dog, maybe? I haven't had a corn dog in ages. Yeah, everyone says Ralph Brennan's is good, and I was finally going to go. But again, the reservation was 9 p.m., and it was like 7 o'clock, and I was starving. Here's Pelican's Landing, the new seating area they built a little bit ago. Dinner at the churro cart, yes. Yeah, what is here? There's bread bowls here, no? I think we did bread bowls from the gumbo window, and then we brought them over here because we hadn't sat over here yet. We wanted to sit in the new area and feel fancy. Or maybe we did just get Harbour Galley. No, we might have actually just had Harbour Galley. Yeah, I think I had the cheddar broccoli soup. Yeah, maybe it's a little warm today, though. I don't know about soup. Today. Of course, Harbour Galley used to be McDonald's. Many years ago, we had McDonald's French fries. I think it's a little over 70. It was originally, the high was supposed to be, I think, 69 because of a cloud cover. Everything I looked at showed clouds, and then obviously that is a very uncloudy sky. So without the clouds, the sun warmed things up a couple degrees. Dinner at the churro cart. Everyone wants dinner at the churro cart. Dinner at the churro cart. You just have a pickle? I do like the pickles. Oh no, we're going back to Galaxy's Edge again. Is it 5 p.m.? Well, it's 5 p.m. out east, right? It should be just after 3 o'clock here. Yeah, I also can't check the time when I do those. I used to wear a watch. I always forget now. A garden wrap. What garden wrap? Is it the Felucian? The Felucian garden wrap? Steak sandwich at Schmoozie's? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. You guys are being mean now. I think that the train and the riverboat are blowing horns at each other. I think that's what just happened. Yeah, they're passing by each other. I'll have a steak sandwich and a steak sandwich. And yeah, put it on the Underhills, Bill. Lobster nachos. Everyone loves I can't get into Lamplight either. I don't have a reservation for that either. I'll look at walk-up list once I'm done with the stream, see if I can find something. The vegetarian rondo wrap. Yeah, the other ones, it's the Felucian Garden spread was the other entree I like at Docking Bay. Maybe I do want Docking Bay. I don't know. I don't know. Someone got my Fletcher reference. It's good. I did see the Dumbo costume. I've seen that one in person. Grand opening of New Fantasyland, 2012. That was the first time that had come out in many, many years. And now, since they cleaned it up for that event, it's been at a lot of college program events and all sorts of cast events. It's been a part of. And that was part of this, what they call Disney creators. Another word for influencers who never say a bad thing about the company. Another super chat. Thanks for the 20. You guys are thanking each other with super chats. I could get the old chicken salad at Docking Bay 7. See, the thing is, though, like, that salad is amazing at Disney World. I think up against the stuff here. Oh, she has the flag on a stick now. Did they find more? No, they're not on the shelf, though. She does have it on a pole, though, now. That lady clearly recognized me and, like, smacked her husband in the arm about it. It was great. Woo. Oh, there's just so much history back in this part of the park. There's so much history to talk about. Cheesesteak at Award Wieners. Yeah, I saw that. That I saw. If I go to Award Wieners, though, I'm going to either want film strip fries, which I love and no one else ever seems to talk about, and they're amazing. Also the funnel cake fries there. I feel like no one ever, people sleep on award wieners because of the hot dogs. And the hot dogs they are what they are. But the other stuff at award wieners is great. And then of course my most underrated quick serve window, any park, anywhere, schmoozies. And I feel like I got to get that peanut butter chocolate shake before I go home. But then I feel like I got to go get the new seasonal stuff at the Cozy Cones because in Cars Land's 10-year history, I've had every food item they've ever served in that land. So I do feel compelled to eat over there at some point too. Too many restaurants, not enough time. Best counter service at Disneyland, Bengal Barbecue. But so many of them are good. It's a hard decision, but Bengal's just so good. Some porks. A pork race? How do you race them?
So, it's trivia.
Oh,
Every
okay.
time you get a question right, you move your board forward one space.
Okay.
Move your board moves forward 3 spaces, you are the winner.
All right, fine. Let's do it.
Now, looks like you are the only competitor. Do you guys want to go up against each other, or you guys want to see how much you know?
Sure, whatever.
Cool. Which board would you like to use?
I'll take the fuzzy one in the middle.
Awesome. So, my first question is, I want to see how much you know. Do you know the name of the planet that we're on right now?
Batu.
Batu is correct. Oh my goodness, yeah. All right. Hi guys, we're almost done if you want. Let me ask, can you name any one of the people who lives here on Batu?
Ogagara.
Ogagara does live here. Oh my gosh, you're very knowledgeable. Let me ask a hard question. Oh, we're going to do one last question, and then we got some guys afterwards. Do you know that it's called Black Spire Outpost?
Yeah.
Do you know where you can find the Black Spire?
The Black Spire is next to Dock on Dars.
Wow! Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, that's awesome.
I've taken a lot of Halcyon cruises to Batu, so no.
Do you know what the spires are made of?
No, what are they made of?
Petrified trees.
See, I didn't know that.
Right? Now you know a little
I
bit
learned
more.
something new.
Awesome. Well,
Thank you so much.
congratulations. Yeah.
Gotta come poor Grace.
You want to go for a race?
Poor Grace. I think the cast member was very excited that I knew those answers because I think a lot of people don't. I think a lot of people get Batu. I don't think a lot of people get the second question or even know that is the Black Spire. There it is right up there next to Dock on Dars. Winner, winner, pork dinner. We're stocking battle droids. I just finally bought mine. They came to Florida finally, so I bought mine this week. It was not disappointing. I'm not disappointed. I love it. It's a cool toy. I mean, I could have said Dock on Dar too, you know. So we could have said Bina. Bina runs the creature's stall. We could have said Dock on Dar. We could have said Chef Strono Cookie Tugs. Docking Bay 7, right? Who else lives on Batu that we know? I guess just the proprietors, right? We know the proprietors. The Toydarian toy maker, I don't actually know her name. I have no idea. Han Solo does not live on Batu. He lives in space heaven. Chief Brody. Oh, man. Which non-Disney hotel would you recommend for Disneyland? There's actually several of them that I think, if you can get a good rate, are nice enough. I'm so bad with the names of these things because everyone has 400 hotel brands now. I'm at the Sheraton right now. It's a little older, but the rooms are nice. It's not that far. The Hyatt House is nice. The Residence Inn is nice. I forget where we stayed last time. I always forget the name of it because it's not. It's a weird name. But it's out behind Garden Walk. We stayed at the JW a couple trips ago. They're all good enough. The key is finding a good price for them. Don't see $300 a night and just book. Try to find something cheaper. You can find these rooms, between $150, $200, and just whittle it down to the several that people recommend. Generally, I know Axel just stayed at the Hojo. People always have nice things to say about the Hojo. I mean, you could do the kitchen thing, but I'm one of those people where part of the experience is the food, right? And the food here happens to be very good. So I think you miss a big part of the experience if you don't do park food. Yeah, sure, breakfast, I absolutely understand that. There are not a lot of theme park breakfasts, and at Disneyland, I think there are none. There are no theme park breakfasts here where I'm like, oh my God, you've got to go to that breakfast. So if you want to do breakfast at the hotel, that makes sense. But I think the food's good here. You want to eat lunch and dinner in the park. Yeah, it's a good breakfast, storytellers. Is it oh man, we have to go do it? I don't know. I don't think it's outrageous. It's not like Disney World where there's a handful of breakfast places that I tell people, especially if it's their first time, you should really go to Boma. Ale and Compass is a great breakfast. Here, there's somewhere, if money is no object, it's your first trip, should you do Goofy's Kitchen? Yeah, sure. Storytellers is good. One that's, I will tell you, it is crazy expensive. The princess brunch at Napa Rose is insanely expensive, but we felt like it was one of the best dining experiences we've ever had. That is one I highly recommend. But again, that would be a money is no object thing, not a we're coming to Anaheim and we have a certain budget kind of thing. But no, that Princess Adventures, I used to remember names of things when I was younger. And now I'm old and I don't know the names of these things anymore. Something Princess Adventures breakfast thing. I don't know. Oh, should we walk? We should walk up by the castle. Did the Bodine Bakery breakfast ever come back? I don't think that exists. To the walkthrough, I don't know if we can. My cell service in this park is always so bad. Anytime I go in anything, I lose you. I don't know that the castle will hold up. I have no idea. And once I go in, I can't just turn around and come out. It's very narrow. Breakfastosaurus, yeah, that's also, you're going back a long time with that, too. The new Merlin store I went in earlier, how cute. The new propping they did in there, adorable. So adorable. So I'm not. Originally, we booked park passes for April 22nd, but all the reporters are going to be here that day, and we have tickets to the May 3rd Star Wars night. So instead, we're just going to come for that and do it all together. So do Star Wars night and electrical parade and fireworks and all that at once, rather than fight that first week and then have to come back a week later. Keep going through the tour for free bread. Yeah, people used to do that. People, especially when there used to be two different little food tours that gave out food. There was the bread, but there was also the Mission Tortilla Factory, right? So people used to just bounce back and forth between them and keep getting bread and tortillas. Hello, sir. You're stepping on the beautiful flowers. Sir. Sir. Sir, the flowers. They're both really interested in whatever's in this bush. They've got all the nice spring flowers out at the park. Of course, my allergies decided to return today with all the pollen. Oh, Alice. Alice is out, waving to folks. Hey, we can do some history over here. Let's do some history of Tomorrowland. Of course, that track up there behind the Astro Orbiter, which for some reason is spelled with an O instead of an E. Florida one Astro Orbiter. This one Astro Orbiter. Look it up. I'm not lying. It's a real thing. But yeah, that was the People Mover starting in 1967. And the People Mover ran until the 90s. I think it closed in 95, 96. And then they brought in rocket rods, which didn't really work because they didn't bank the turns. And so the tires kept blowing out and the ride had all sorts of mechanical issues. And they took it down and they said, oh, it'll reopen in the spring of 2001. And it never did. Never did. And so Tomorrowland kind of sat as this wrecked wasteland for a couple years until for the 50th they decided, hey, Tokyo has fronted the bill on this new Buzz Lightyear ride, the development of this thing. We should really, we should jump in. Actually, sorry, apologies, Hong Kong. Hong Kong, yeah, and then Tokyo jumped in too, I think. I think all four of them jumped in simultaneously. Paris may have waited, actually. I don't know. But definitely Hong Kong and this Astro Blasters were developed at the same time, so they shared the budget, and then Tokyo bought in, and Paris not long after, and got Buzz Lightyear, which takes over the entrance and the queue, some of the queue of rocket rods. And then, I guess not much changed after that. The 3D shows changed out. Captain EO came back, and then it became a Star Wars film, a bunch of movie previews. Star Tours got updated in 2011. But other than that, I mean, and Nemo in 07, obviously, too. The subs were closed for a good 7-8 years at that point. Autopia's gone through a refurb here and there, but otherwise, yeah, they still got this Astro Orbiter. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's not much from the 98 version that's even left. It's really this and the Observatron thing in the middle, which is the former, the rocket jets. Just stripped down and turned into like a satellite thing. Any guesses when they'll close Splash? Boy, I would almost say next year at this point. I would almost bet it's next year. I think it gets through all of this year still. I bet we get a date. I bet we get a date at Expo this year. I bet at the D23 Expo they'll give us a Splash Mountain close date or time frame at least. Boy, those allergies killing me. There's the Matterhorn. Education Tomorrowland. Yeah, I mean, that was a thing, right? We had it too, and then once they opened Epcot, someone was like, hey, you know, we already have a park that's like education and showcasing the future of technology and those things. So why do we need it in the Magic Kingdom parks, right? And that's why we got Tomorrowland 94. But the first in that line was Discoveryland in Paris in 92. Then we got a new Tomorrowland, and then Disneyland kept pushing it off for various reasons. I think Alien Encounter kind of fumbling in Florida changed a lot of things. And so here they were like, well, we can't do Alien Encounter anymore. I don't know what we're doing. And then someone cooked up rocket rods, which turned out to not be a good decision.
They'll do that.
They eventually got a good test track style ride with racers in 2012.
He has a mic and we're moving the pole cart. We're moving the pole cart, and
we're 2 likes away from 300 likes. I would really like to hit 300 likes. That'd be great. They kind of do have that on Star Cruiser. The little transport you take to and from the ship is like a little ride. The elevator. Yeah, people always say that the Rocket Rods was very loud, all the tires screeching and everything.
So you guys, you're gonna be on YouTube one day, Disneyland Parks, you be like, that's me. I've been on several YouTube videos, and
there we go, 329 likes now.
Welcome.
Don't forget tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern, Park Center is on with your host, Rob Whiteside. Don't miss that. There was someone in a Disney's Hollywood Studios shirt. See what I mean about people like not knowing which side to walk on? Just constantly there's people just going across the camera. Do you prefer Disneyland or Disney World? I tend to believe they all have their merits and everyone excels at something different. Our theme parks in Florida, pardon my French, suck. They're not good. These parks are better. As a resort experience, Disney World is better. We have tremendous hotels that you can get lost in. You get lost in a different world in those hotels. Wilderness Lodge, Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Grand Floridian, the Polynesian, Port Orleans. Like that's what makes Disney World special. It's the resort hotels and the water parks too. Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon are both a ton of fun. They are, they're clear of movie IP. They're their own thing. Oh, I hear the Disneyland band. They're playing my song. Good guest relations job. You sit right there with the music. It's nice.
Nothing. I think it's just a picture.
They do a different set on Main Street. So over here they'll do Star Wars, but they do a whole like Disney medley of stuff on the Main Street train station too. So this is not their only set of the day. Yeah, they do that. They have like what is specifically a Parks medley that has Pirates and Fantasmic and Indiana Jones and several of those things. You know where I won't be having dinner? Galactic Grill. I mean, they march down the street with the characters still. Yeah, that still happens. Knott's Berry Farm. I've eaten at the chicken restaurant a few times. I wanted to go this weekend. I had I knew it was the festivals going on there. I probably should have got out there, but then I was like, oh, I'll stream on Sunday, and tomorrow's my last day. I don't want to go all the way over there and have to come back this way, and I don't know. The chicken restaurant's good. I like the food at Knott's, you know? I've always had good food. Everything I've had there's been good. The boysenberry filled churro, amazing. I want a fun bun, though. I've never had a fun bun. It's my dream to someday get a fun bun. Spinal Tap the ride. No, I like to go on the Florida Space Mountain, which I call Spinal Realignment the ride. You're teaching those people how to be crowd controlled. He's like, sometimes people try to sit here. Don't let them sit there. All right, I think we're at a good stopping point. I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna go find some food to eat. No, it's it's a rabbit from Sleeping Beauty because it's Sleeping Beauty Castle. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. We'll try to do more of these. I know people want them. We'll try to do more from time to time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Stay tuned for Park Center, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific.